What's happening, my Jacked family? Coach Scott here, jackedafter40.com. Today's video is all about building muscle after 40 and measuring your progress along the way. If you've been following my channel for a while, you know I'm all about getting lean and staying lean while building muscle. The days of bulking and cutting should be behind us. Those times where you're spending 4 to 5 months gaining 20 pounds and then have to spend another 12 to 16 weeks, 3 to 4 months shedding that fat, basically to find yourself just trading the same 20 pounds over and over again. For a lot of men over 40, that experience takes a lot of the joy out of the process. You really spend very little time being comfortable and confident with your physique. You get to the end of that cutting phase where you're really looking your best, you're feeling fantastic. Then you shift to a muscle building phase where you're looking to gain 20 pounds over 4 to 5 months. It's really gaining fat at a pretty rapid rate. A lot of times at the end of that first month, you're already starting to look a little bit soft and already starting to feel a little uncomfortable in your own skin, which is why I really like to take a much slow and steady approach to building muscle, really staying lean during that process. And the great news is there is now evidence to support this approach. A new research paper just came out that took a look at all the scientific data available out there, and it showed that trained individuals like ourselves can experience muscle growth and lose fat at the same time. So we don't need to consume a significant calorie surplus in order to build muscle. We can actually be at maintenance level calories, even sometimes in a caloric deficit, and still build muscle mass. I'm going to include a link down below to that research paper. You can download the full text yourself, review it, and we can have a discussion together. You can kind of share the takeaways that you had from this study. I can share some of mine in this video here, and then we can continue the discussion down in the comments section below. One thing that this research paper revealed is that for us trained individuals, if we want to increase our chance of building muscle and losing fat at the same time, it can be very beneficial to increase our protein intake. That is something that the research has supported just across the board for us older individuals. Like, the older we are, the more protein we need to consume, because the less protein we tend to utilize for muscle repair and muscle growth. So I definitely think it's a good recommendation to make sure that you're at least consuming 1 gram of protein per pound body weight. It's not a bad idea to try to go a little bit higher if you can naturally. I mean, you can have some help with some supplementation, some whey protein powder, casein protein powder, any kind of blend there can help you hit your protein targets for the day, but it's really helpful if you find a well-balanced meal plan that can incorporate some natural lean proteins into your overall diet. The other thing that was great to see in this research paper is the important role that sleep and stress management can play in body recomposition, building muscle, losing fat at the same time. Again, I've been stressing this to you guys for a while now, and just about all of my videos, I am going to be bringing up the importance of getting an adequate amount of sleep, trying to get 7 to 9 hours of quality sleep each and every night, trying to stick with a consistent sleep-wake schedule, having a great sleep routine. Sleep hygiene is crucially important for us men over 40, and even more so if we are trying to go through a body recomposition of building muscle and losing fat at the same time. And just getting quality, consistent sleep each and every night is going to help you reduce stress overall. And the two just go hand in hand. The better you manage your stress, the better your sleep's gonna be. You're gonna have less things on your mind at the end of the night. You're not gonna feel stressed as you're going to bed. So you can end up getting a better night's sleep. And you get a better night's sleep, it's gonna help reduce your stress. It's gonna lower your cortisol levels. It's gonna increase your testosterone levels. There's just so many benefits to making quality sleep and stress management a top priority in your transformation journey. It should be just as important, if not more important, than your nutrition and training. So really focus on this. It was great to see this highlighted in this research paper here as well. Now, how much muscle us men over 40 can gain is going to be dependent on a few factors. Number one, our training age, how many years or decades us men over 40 have been under the bar pushing it hard with the weight training, how close we are to reaching our genetic potential, and how diligent we are with our training, with our nutrition, and our overall lifestyle. So hitting our caloric target consistently day in and day out, giving our best effort towards our workouts, and again, focusing on quality, consistent sleep and stress management, among all the other factors, like just our overall active lifestyle in general, are all going to have an influence on how much muscle we're gaining. And even so, it's still going to be a slow and steady process. So measuring our progress, it can be a bit of a challenge for us men over 40, because it's going to take a while to kind of see that visual change and even see that change in the scale weight as well. So I think it's great to utilize a variety of tools to measure our progress. The scale is effective. It's a tool that we can keep our eye on. There are going to be some daily fluctuations, but at the end of the month, if you've noticed a trend where you have gained a pound for that month, you can look in the mirror, see if there has been any visual changes, especially in your level of leanness. If you've got six-pack abs right now, are your lower abs just as visible, just as detailed, just as defined as before? For a lot of us really lean, shredded men over 40, we may have some ab veins or certain details, certain veins in certain aspects of our body that are, I think, like, focusing on the lower belly area for a lot of us men over 40 is really key. It's really important because oftentimes that's the first place we're going to gain fat, last place it comes off. So kind of paying attention to the details in that area can really, really be helpful in gauging if the weight that you are gaining is lean muscle mass or there's some fat involved in that gain as well. So just, I mean, you're utilizing the mirror. You can utilize photos as well, like taking weekly progress pics or monthly progress pics and kind of making little comparisons. But I know for myself, I really like to kind of look in the mirror, whether I'm just standing relaxed or striking a pose, and just kind of I'm looking at like the different little ab veins, different little details in the lower aspect of my abs and obliques that are going to give me a good indication if I'm maintaining my level of leanness as I'm gaining some weight. You can also use a measuring tape or myo tape that makes it easy to take your girth measurements, measuring your arms, your chest. You're definitely measuring around the belly button there, which again, that's oftentimes the first place you're going to be storing fat, last place it's going to come off. So you're going to know if your waist is changing in addition to your scale weight. There's some impact going on there. Chances are you're probably going to be gaining a bit of fat, but also be conscious, be aware that there are room for errors with that measuring tape. You got to really make sure that you are measuring in that exact same spot, especially if it's around the waist, making sure it's nice and even across your back, all the way around in the exact same spot across your entire circumference of your waist there. So keeping it nice and level, keeping a keen eye on that. And also realizing that if it expands, if your waist has increased, there can also be some other factors involved in there. Maybe some extra food that's still in your digestive system. You may have a bit of bloat going on, could be retaining a little bit of water. There could be a lot of different factors that can influence that, as well as just user error with the measuring tape as well. So the more you're doing it, the more consistent you get with it, the better you get at it, the better, more accurate representation you're going to have with that, with those girth measurements. You could also get a 3D body scan done like I did 5 months ago. It's going to tell you your body fat percentage, so you can kind of compare, say you go back 6 months from now or a year from now, and you want to make sure that the scale weight has gone up, maybe you're up 3-4 pounds, and you want to make sure that you are at the same body fat percentage. If you're the same body fat percentage and you gain 4 pounds, you gain 4 pounds of lean muscle mass, which is freaking awesome. The other benefit of a 3D body scan is not only you're going to know your body fat percentage, but oftentimes you're going to get girth measurements itself, and it's going to be consistent and accurate across the board. For the scan that I had done, is like breaking down small little segments of my body, did my biceps, my thighs, and that's how I found out that my right arm and my right thigh, I think even my right calf, is smaller than my left side, which didn't make sense to me, or I should say it surprised me because I am right dominant. But there were a lot of factors that I found out because of that, and through some of the training I've been doing recently, realizing that I didn't have as strong of a mind-muscle connection with my right side. I had some imbalances, I had some weaknesses, and I've been working on that, and even adding some extra work to the right side of my body. I've covered that in a previous video. I'll try to link down below or a link above here to that talking about how I'm doing that, taking that approach there. And it's been fun. It's been fun to see that not only will I be able to compare the next time I go to get this 3D body scan done, if I've gained any muscle mass. In the process, I can see, was I successful in trying to balance my physique out, creating a more balanced and symmetrical, proportional physique, which is really, really freaking exciting to me. So getting your body fat tested, as well as having the ability to measure your girth measurements, so it's going to give a more accurate representation than even ourselves with the measuring tape. It should be a little bit more accurate than that. But because the muscle gains are going to come at a slower pace, more important than those types of measurements, I think it's best for us men over 40 to really focus on the process, measuring our success from each and every day, kind of evaluating ourselves on, did we hit our caloric target for the day? Did we give our best effort to that workout? How do we rate the sleep that we had the night before? How do we rate our stress management? Really focusing on nailing the daily processes and giving ourselves a measurement of success for each and every day based on how successful we were at nailing that daily process there. But more important than anything else is to have fun with this process. You should enjoy your workouts. You should be having a blast in the gym or in your home gym. You should be enjoying every meal that goes into your mouth. You should be living your life to the fullest. That is what this Jacked After 40 lifestyle is about. That is more important than any amount of muscle that we can gain at the end of the year, is to simply have freaking fun. We shouldn't have to wait until we gain 2, 3, 4, 5 pounds of muscle at the end of the year in order to feel incredible about ourselves, in order to feel successful. We should feel successful each and every day because this lifestyle it's a part of who we are. We are, again, living our life to the fullest. We have a zest for life, and it's rubbing off on everything and everyone around us. It is really truly bringing the best of ourselves and giving the best of ourselves to the world. So I think having fun is what we should be focusing on the most, and again, gauging our progress along the way and being happy with our physique every step of the way, not going through these phases where we feel good temporarily and then not so good as we start to get a little bit softer and fluffy. I don't think we should accept being soft and fluffy as part of the whole process there. We should be like, all right, let's learn to love ourselves better or appreciate ourselves or be more confident with that little bit of extra fluff. I don't think we have to, and that's a lot what this latest research has shown us, that we can get lean, stay lean, and be happy with how we look while building muscle in the process. I couldn't be more excited for this research paper to come out, kind of support the philosophies and the approach that I take to getting jacked after 40. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please hit that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. If you want to see more videos like this, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that alert button so you're notified each time I upload a video. If you know a fellow bro who would benefit from watching this video, do me a favor and share it with them. More than anything, I would love to hear from you down in the comment section below. Share your thoughts, share your insights, share your feedback. Does this approach of getting lean, staying lean, going through body recomposition resonate best with you? I want to hear your thoughts down in the comment section below. And before you go, don't forget to download your free guide, Jacked After 40. Have yourself an amazing day. I'll catch you in the next video.